The roller coaster ride in the temperature department continues, and we are about to do a double dip when it comes to the colder air sliding in the pipeline. What's going on, guys? Certified meteorologist Jonathan Kagas back with you, and we are here to talk about the frost and freeze potential, not just for the next couple of days, but then into the weekend as well. We're going to see a reinforcing shot of Arctic air right down the peninsula. Before we break down this map and talk about some of the impacts to you and your home, hit that subscribe button for me if you want to stay updated on all things Florida weather. We told you that it was going to be a cloudy, rainy, cold winter, an atypical, a crazy Florida winter. And so far that has come to be. So if you want to talk about the rest of the winter, you come to the right place. Again, hit that subscribe button for me. Hit that thumbs up button as well if you happen to find this content helpful. I'd really appreciate that. It helps us out a lot. All right. First things first, if you are in this blue color, that's mainly North Florida, all of the Panhandle, I want you to make sure that you are taking care of your pipes. We always talk about the 3 Ps, your plants, your pipes, and your pets. Make sure you're bringing your pets in, of course. It's really, really cold for them too. But here's the deal. If you are in that blue color, that means that we are talking about a hard freeze. That means temperatures of 28 degrees or colder. And a lot of us are going to be way colder than 28 degrees. So that's when we start dealing with the air temperatures below freezing for an extended period of time overnight. And this is when we can really start having impacts on exposed pipes. So before you go to bed, make sure you leave your sinks to a little trickle. That little bit of motion in your pipes is going to help to prevent, anyway, your pipes from freezing. So if you have any outdoor water, things like that, make sure that they are dripping a little bit to prevent those pipes from freezing. It's going to save you a lot of money in the long run. Again, if you're versus your pipes bursting. So again, make sure Lake City, west of Jacksonville, into Tallahassee, into Panama City, Pensacola, everybody in the Panhandle, make sure you're doing that. A freeze is going to be likely for us from Ocala into Gainesville, Jacksonville, St. Augustine as well. You still may want to do that, but that will be right where our air temperatures are going to be bottoming out at 29, 30 degrees. So there may not be enough time overnight to really start to impact your pipes. But certainly if you want to be overly cautious, go ahead and do that. And then we're looking at a frost I-4 corridor into the northwest. So this is the furthest now down the peninsula that we've seen the frost potential all this season. So I wanted to talk about that first because that is kind of the high impact deal. Make sure that you're protecting all the 3 Ps there. Certainly your plants are going to be shot if you don't protect them. That map basically means this here. Look how cold it's going to be tomorrow morning. Now, this is going to be the actual air temperature. I'm going to show you the wind chill in a minute. But again, we're talking about some serious cold in the Panhandle of Florida. 23 in Pensacola, 24 Tallahassee. Tampa, we're getting into the 30s. Big win last night, by the way. Go Bucks. 40 degrees in Orlando. And then we're starting to get into the 40s in Fort Myers, still hanging out into the 60s in Miami. I want to take this out a day further. We start to break out just a little bit. It's going to be at 9 o'clock anyway. Watch what happens, though, as we get into Saturday and Sunday. We have another reinforcing shot of colder air. So this next week ahead, we're going to have these peaks and valleys. We're going to warm things up significantly, and then big blast of cold comes back in. So keep all the wardrobe with you this week. I do think, though, after about the 24th, I'll show you that in just 1 second, we're going to start to warm things back up for an extended period of time. And we're kind of put the kibosh on like this up and down kind of deal that we've been in. It's been really annoying. Look at that Sunday morning. This is iguana falling from the tree weather in southwest Florida, South Florida. When you start to get things into the lower 40s, there could be a few upper 30s mixed in. But Tampa, we're going to be in the mid-30s on Sunday morning. Orlando, upper 30s. Tallahassee, we're back into the 20s. Again, that is significant cold for Florida because exposed pipes really going to have some issues. This is the wind chill now. So this is going to be the wind chill. Look at this. Single digits we'll be flirting with in Pensacola, Tallahassee. Most of us wake up to wind digits, to wind chill indices, wind chill factors in the teens. Jacksonville, 19 degrees tomorrow morning, 34 in Orlando, 33 in Tampa. Again, we'll break out of it a little bit during the day on Thursday. That's when we warm things up Thursday, Friday. And then Saturday and Sunday, bam, another reinforcing shot of Arctic cold coming down the pipeline. That is Sunday morning at 7 o'clock. Significant cold coming into Orlando. Again, when you're talking about the temperature impacting things, like your pipes, like your plants, we're looking at the actual air temperature and not the wind chill. So this may freak people out. I mean, it's going to be really, really cold, but remember, In Orlando, I don't think we get too freezing. It's going to feel like it at 31 degrees, but again, I don't think we're going to have the freezing issues. Tampa, it's going to feel like 29, and then Fort Myers, all the way down into us in Fort Myers, it's going to feel like 36 degrees. So again, this is significant cold. I want to show you something cool here. This is a backward trajectory model, and I have it kind of averaged out here. I use the Orlando International Airport to run this. This is where our cold is coming from. All the way in Greenland. This is the Sunday cold. So our first little batch of Arctic air comes in again tomorrow and a Thursday. That's kind of the residual effects from the Arctic outbreak that made headlines from the Dolphins-Chiefs game. So that is the stuff that's coming in this direction from that. There's a reinforcing shot, though, of cold that comes in that Saturday and Sunday. I just showed you. That cold air is coming straight from the Arctic Circle. So again, when we say Arctic outbreak, we mean Arctic outbreak. The source region is literally the Arctic. All right, so your pinpoint forecast for North Florida tomorrow. It is going to be a cold one. Highs in the 40s. Rain chances are at 0%. We're going to have sunshine, though. That's our consolation prize. 50s in Jacksonville, 50 in St. Augustine. We're going to have 50 degrees as well in Apalachicola and into Cedar Key. So keep that in mind. It is going to be chilly. All right, your pinpoint forecast for Central Florida. 57 in Orlando. Really cold. A lot of sunshine, though. Daytona Beach, we're at 53. Cape Canaveral, 57. Vero Beach, we are at 61. For my friends in South Florida, let me know where you're tuning in from. We're at 66 in Belle Glade tomorrow, 70 in Miami. Rain chances with us in the Keys. We're at 72 in Marathon with a 20% shot for a couple of downpours. Bradenton, what's going on? We're at 61 in Bradenton. All right. If you're not a fan of the cold, which more often than not, I guess, if you're in Florida, you're not a fan of the cold. Look at this. This is the Climate Prediction Center outlook over the next 8 to 14 days, and there comes the warm-up. So this is beyond the next 7 days. So we are in the Arctic chill, in that roller coaster ride, really, that has those two peaks that we talked about, Wednesday and Thursday, then again Saturday and Sunday. We bottom out right in that direction. So we have the two big blasts of Arctic air coming away. So this is beyond that. This is the next 8 to 14 days starting on January 23rd, 24th, and then going out to the end of January. We get that red back. That means that relative to normal, that we have very high probabilities of warming things back up. And again, there are a lot of indications that that is going to happen, but we got to get through what is likely going to be the coldest point of winter, and that comes Wednesday, Thursday, and then again on Saturday and Sunday. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. I hope you are staying warm. Again, the weather has been crazy in Florida. I know a lot of you guys have been commenting about why is it so cloudy in Miami? We can't break out of the clouds. Or why is it so wet in Orlando? Why is it so stormy in the Panhandle? It's because of El Nino. We talked about this in an earlier video. We highlighted this on this channel, New 6, back in early September, that this winter was going to be nuts in terms of the clouds. It's very non-Florida-like. This is the place to be more often than not when you're talking about winter. Not this year. It's not been the greatest to be outside. Kind of crummy. All because of El Nino. Alrighty, guys. We'll catch you next time. Thank you so much for tuning in.